More and more of us are deciding to have our children later.
Careful.
But there are some mums who just can't wait. Meet the baby-faced mums.
Tiffany! People I don't know me as the girl that's got a child at 15.
Swapping nights out with mates.
I think this definitely needs to go now.
For nights in with nappies.
So tired.
But are they ready for what lies ahead?
I've never had that much responsibility. I think the most responsibility I've had is my hamster.
Coming up,
Come back.
struggling to stay in control.
Right. Put it back now.
They just had to pick today, didn't they?
I'm fine.
And the reality of childbirth is too close for comfort.
Do you think it's possible for a human being to explode? Oh.
Right, cross quickly. No, don't run. Don't move. I actually wanted a baby since I was like 14, but it's never something I intended to like go through with.
In Maidstone, 21-year-old Letty Head lives with her fiancé and 3 young children.
People think of a young mum, single, going out, getting drunk, leaving someone else with the baby. I mean, I don't think I conform at all. Are you going to empty the whole thing out? Yeah. Please don't.
Letty was 17 when she got pregnant with Zach, who's now 3.
Don't make me chase you.
Barely a year later, little brother Henry was born.
Can we sit down, please? Or we'll have to start sitting at the proper table again. Henry was around 9 months, and I was like, I don't think I want any more, actually.
But 24-year-old Lee wanted to go for a third, and Elsie came along, now 3 months old.
Sit. Do you ever have time for myself anymore? No, not at all.
It's a full-time job for Letty, and she relies on trained shunt driver Lee for support.
It's important to me that at least one of us is earning.
No, don't throw! I really don't have the energy for this.
At 17, Letty had only been with Lee for 5 weeks when she got rushed to A&E after a fall. Life was about to take an unexpected turn.
I went to the hospital and I was like, can I have some stronger painkillers? And they're like, the doctor's got to see you before. And the doctor was like, did you know you're pregnant? And I was just like, no.
Just kind of dumbstruck. And even when they left the room, we were silent with each other, just like, crap.
All these things were sort of going around in my head. But the main thing was like, crap, I've got to tell my parents.
I don't want to sound afraid of my mum, but she can be quite a scary woman, especially when it comes to things like that. My mum just came up to me and said, she's pregnant, isn't she? And I just went, yeah. And she goes, you idiot.
They made it quite clear that it was going to be hard, but having them has sorted me right out. Oh, look how young we look. That was my 15th birthday.
Cousin Hannah has known Letty since childhood, but there was a time when they grew apart.
When you were a teenager, you sort of...
I went off the rails, didn't I?
That's what I was going to say. I didn't want to insult you, but you did.
Adopted when she was 4 years old, Letty settled well at first.
We had a good childhood, like younger, and then it all went a bit rocky with the relationship with my mum when we sort of like hit the teenage years. Things did eventually break down so much that I moved out. And then I moved into the hostel for 17 to 24-year-olds.
You went out a lot, didn't you?
Yeah.
You know, you'd sort of meet up with people who we would get worried about you meeting up with.
I never even knew that. I didn't care about anything back then. It was just sort of, you'd get up, go out for the day, sit down somewhere, start drinking, and then just drink until we couldn't stand up.
And no one could get through to you.
No
one could sort of, you know, make you realise that you were being quite destructive.
If I'd carried on in that path, probably would have had a liver problem by now. Prison, maybe. Who knows? In a gutter.
Lee wasn't part of her usual group of friends.
I've never been a person for going out. I've always been the kind of person who stays indoors.
Lee is the best thing that has happened to me, like without a doubt. He'd do anything to make me happy.
We've worked well together, and I think that's what's kept us together.
Henry, put the plate down. Zach!
Letty might have her hands full with a baby and 2 toddlers, but she's not necessarily done yet.
I want another one, he doesn't.
I don't want another one at all, but she reckons she can change my mind.
1, 2, 3, 4.
In Grimsby, 20-year-old Tiffany Froud is expecting her first baby in the next few days.
One of my friends told me an interesting fact that scared the life out of me. She said childbirth is equivalent to having 20 bones broken at the same time. When I heard that, I said, just give me everything. I'm going to want all of the drugs. When I turned 15, all my friends were having babies at a really young age, and just seeing the bond between the mother and the child was amazing, and I just knew I wanted that. When I found Jamie, I knew it was time.
23-year-old boyfriend Jamie has been working at the local factory since he was 19. He saved up enough to buy his own house.
People from like work and all that, the same age as me, who say, "No, why are you having kids so early?" And yeah, enjoy yourself. But to me, yeah, enjoying myself is starting a family. See you
Later.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
Just have to work, do an 8-hour shift. Hopefully she doesn't give birth while I'm at work.
Jamie comes from a big family, all living nearby. But Tiffany's dad died when she was 9, and she moved from Zimbabwe to Grimsby with her mum and little sister Amy.
We lost our dad, which was quite hard for us both, but then we came out the other side and we've just been really close ever since. I can definitely see why Tiff and Jamie wanted to start their own family, because who doesn't want a big family? You know, Christmas time, opening presents, love everywhere. So this goes in here.
Yeah, just do it like that.
I never imagined that Tiff would be having a baby before me. You always said you didn't want kids, didn't you?
Yeah.
We never bothered, and then I was like, as soon as I turn 18, I'm going to have a child. And then obviously when I turned 18, I was like, no, it's too soon.
Tiffany moved in with Jamie after just 6 weeks together, and they immediately started trying for a baby.
We thought, it'll take about 6 months. And then, like 2 weeks later, I found out I was pregnant. Hi!
Tiffany's mum Sylvia had her older sister when she was just 18, so the baby news didn't come as a big surprise.
When she told me, I was over the moon. I'm not worried that she's not going to be able to cope. I know she'll be able to cope fine.
I've had a lot of friends that have got themselves into situations where they've ended up being a single mom. I knew with Jamie I wasn't going to have to go through with that.
Got all nappies, nappy dispenser, more nappies.
Before they've even changed their first nappy, Tiffany and Jamie are thinking ahead.
Already planning our next kids, so.
Yeah, he wants another 3, but I say 2. 2 kids is good.
We'll compromise. Good smell.
Our due date's tomorrow, and yeah, just excited for him to come out.
Impatient to become parents, they're trying an old trick.
Extra hot.
Don't eat any spicy food, but we need this baby out now, don't we?
I don't think it'll work, but it's meant to, so.
It's so gross. One of the worst experiences of my life so far is eating this curry. Thanks, babe.
Sorry.
No, he can stay in there. I'm not eating anymore.
Coming up, life is about to change for Tiffany.
We have to take this to the hospital soon, and when we come back, there's going to be a baby. Oh my goodness. That's just hit me.
And a schoolgirl who just couldn't wait.
We really wanted to have a child together, so we decided why not. There's nothing stopping us, really. I've always just wanted to have kids. It's never really just suddenly appeared, it's just always been something I wanted to do.
Rachel Hendry is a 17-year-old schoolgirl from Motherwell and 6 months pregnant.
I don't believe it is about your age, it's more about your mental attitude and if you're prepared for the responsibility and if you're prepared for, like, you're stuck with this child till the rest of your life. Yeah, I've always wanted to meet someone who's right for me. I didn't want just to have a child. I wanted to actually have the full family structure and be with someone I'm happy with. Did you want someone?
She met Chris, who's 21, in the school holidays at a caravan park where he was working.
The moment I saw Rachel, there was the spark there that I knew we would be good together. You know, when you look at something like, say, For instance, chocolate cake. You look at chocolate cake and you know it's going to taste fantastic. Rachel's not chocolate cake.
Thank you.
Just 2 months after they met, Rachel fell pregnant, and it was no accident.
We really wanted to have a child together, so we decided why not. There's nothing stopping us, really.
We didn't want to use anything, no condoms, no pill, because the child is what we wanted, so we did our best to make the child.
A grade A student, Rachel's classmates never expected her to get pregnant and risk her exams.
I think I've done well academically. I've got my prize given awards from first, second and third year for doing well in school. And I've been encouraged by teachers as well because they think I'm capable of getting my hires, getting my advanced hires and stuff.
When you told me, I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
You were the last one I expected. I think the main thing that has been different is your tired levels and what you can take and how much you can take off people, especially first years.
First year's doing my head on. Do you think you could be a dad at 17?
No, I couldn't. You know, I'm not mentally, definitely not mentally ready for it.
Your parents would kill you.
Yeah, my parents would kill me.
When Rachel was 4 years old, Carol and her husband adopted her and her 2 brothers when her birth mother was unable to cope.
I was shocked at the fact that she was pregnant, but I wasn't surprised. It was my fear that she would get pregnant at an early age because she did have this need to nurture.
I was 19 months older than Ross, so I used to look after him, I'd feed him and change him and stuff, so I did become really nurturing of him and overprotective of him, so he has like my little brother, but he also looks at me as his mum sometimes.
Rachel's parents have allowed Chris to move in with the family, but little brother Ross has his reservations.
I just don't think it's a right age for that. I say so myself.
What would you want me to do? Accept Chris as part of your family? Or what was the alternative? It was a Sunday that Rachel came and just sat on the edge of the sofa beside her dad and I and said, I've got something to tell you. And we said, well, what? And she says, I'm pregnant.
My dad didn't say much, but I could tell by his face that he was disappointed.
Rachel wants to continue her studies at school, so unemployed Chris intends to step up.
Yeah, my role, I'll be the one putting the money, like the food on the table and everything. There is a lot of pressure to get a job and to provide. But then again, I'm sure all fathers and mothers will have that pressure.
In just 3 months' time, this schoolgirl and her boyfriend will become mum and dad. In Maidstone, baby-faced mum Letty is on a mission.
Right, we're going to go to the library.
Yeah?
And in the library you have to be quiet, okay? And you have to let mummy do what she needs to go and do, okay?
Letty dropped out of college when she had SAT 3 years ago, but now she thinks she might be ready to think about her future.
Right, okay, can you go and be good, please? I am going to type up a CV ready for when I want to go and get a job, hopefully in midwifery when they are old enough for me to go to work.
That's if she can concentrate for long enough.
Get down, please. So hopefully they'll just stay there. Yeah, right, go and play with the teddy bears. Where are they?
They're all the way up to here.
Jack, go over there with Henry,
Oh,
please.
this is story.
We'll read the story when I'm done. I think people leave it later in life to have children, so they've got that stability behind them, and so it is easier maybe if you did it later. But I don't know, we make it work. So make it work the best way we can. Please don't press that. Just constantly trying to concentrate on one thing. But you can't, you've got to concentrate on like 100 things at once. It really does make it quite difficult. Are you, no, get down please. Right, come and pick it up. Come back.
It's looking like the CV and any hopes for college might have to take a back seat.
Put it back now. They just had to pick today, didn't they? You have to make huge sacrifices. I mean, pregnant at 17, so from 17 to now, I've missed out the partying, the group holidays, the house parties. I've missed youth out, I suppose. I completely lost who I used to be. Yeah. Sorry. I'm fine.
Touch and please.
Can I have a kiss?
Yeah.
Thank you.
More place 1 and 2s, please. 1, 2. That one.
Want to cross?
In Grimsby, with Tiffany's baby due tomorrow,
Right, which way? This way.
Mum Sylvia takes the opportunity for some last-minute mum and daughter time.
I couldn't get any sleep. Not a single wink of it.
Oh,
And then,
were you nervous?
yeah, it just dawned on me that he's going to be here.
The other night and thought, oh my God, she's having a baby. My baby's having a baby.
Will you feel sad in a sense?
What, that you're all grown up and...
Yeah, that I'm not your little girl, or...
Oh, you'll always be my little girl. Oh, you'll always be my little tippy two shoes.
Oh, no. Obviously, I'm going to be in a lot of pain. That's expected, but, yeah, I don't know how I'm going to handle it. I don't want to say I'm definitely not going to have all the drugs because I've never experienced it before.
Yeah,
And they say as a woman it's the worst pain you can go through. I don't know, would you?
Yeah,
Do you agree with
yes,
that?
yeah, definitely. If you have a quick labour, it'll be fine. It all depends how long it goes on for, I suppose.
Well, how did you cope in labour with me?
Well, yours was a 4-hour labour, so it was all right. Sorry.
And your first?
36 hours. I'm going to scare you off, aren't I?
Well, it's too late to go back now.
Afterwards, it's true what they say, you don't really remember it. You don't remember the pain anyway. And you'll have a cute little baby boy to take your mind off it all.
Zach, you going to say bye? Thank you.
Letty is heading out to the high street. It's a rare treat to be shopping without 3 children in tow.
It's really, really weird. Usually shopping is quite stressful because we're trying to control the boys. We go in a shop and they go around and they pull things off, so we've got to constantly put things back. And when they bump into people, we've got to say sorry for them. And it's just like, I'll just grab this, it'll do it. If it doesn't fit, I'll take it back.
Tonight is a special night. Letty and Lee are going on a date for the first time in almost 2 years.
And tonight we're celebrating our 4-year anniversary. So I can't quite believe it's been 4 years already. It's quite nice.
Letty might be ready to put on her party shoes, but she's not so prepared for the first time leaving all 3 children with a babysitter.
I don't think Lee's very apprehensive, but I am. Just because, obviously, I've never left Elsie, and I just don't quite know how the boys are going to be going to bed. Are they going to play up, or are they going to go straight to sleep? Yeah, can I take these ones, please?
Yeah, that's fine.
Spending so much time together but not putting yourselves first, it can cause quite a strain on relationships, and I think that's why they break down. So I think it's time to take some time out of us and work on us as a couple rather than just mum and dad. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Bye.
Now 2 days overdue, Tiffany's more than ready to meet her baby and resorting to some alternative methods to bring on labour.
I'm going to go drive somewhere that's got loads of speed bumps just to see if the baby wants to come out.
It's an old wives' tale again, isn't it?
Yeah, but old wives' tales are
Yeah.
come true.
I want it to work because I'm getting fed up. All the things I've tried so far. Tonic water,
Which you didn't like.
which I hated. Curry, which I hated even more. Birthing ball. Am I allowed to say lots of sex?
Yeah, like speed bumps.
Sorry. It's okay, it's the whole point of it. Oh my goodness.
You jiggled about there a little bit.
If anything's gonna work, it is gonna be this.
I'm good.
Although there's no immediate sign of baby yet, Tiffany's not taking any chances.
Could go into labour any time, so just making sure I've got everything. But I don't think I'm prepared
in the fact that emotionally, I don't know how I'm going to cope during labour either. I don't know how Jamie's going to cope either. He's going to be a daddy's little boy. They're going to drive me absolutely crazy.
It's reminding Tiffany of her own dad, who died when she was 9 years old.
I'm sad that my dad's not going to be there, and he's not going to meet Tyler, and he would have loved Jamie. He would have loved the fact that I'm having a boy. You know, he was the best man I've ever met. And yeah, I think I see a lot of my dad and Jamie, and I hope Tyler, you know, takes after the both of them. We have to take this to the hospital soon, and when we come back, there's going to be a baby. That's just alien to me. I can't wait. I cannot wait. Oh my goodness. That's just hit me.
Coming up, Tiffany's baby is finally on its way.
Do you think it's possible for a human being to explode? Because I literally feel like I'm going to.
And there are big worries about schoolgirl Rachel's plans.
Hormones are raging at this point. She's confused, she'll start to get scared. Adding you wanting to move is not going to help Rachel.
In Motherwell, 17-year-old schoolgirl Rachel and her mum are preparing for the new arrival.
I've started a wee dress for her. Are you planning to go the whole drugs method, or...?
No, I want to use gas in her, because then when it goes away, then I can't stop working really. I think I'm most excited about the end result, seeing her for the first time, and instead of just on a screen.
You're going to have a beautiful gift at the end.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to, being able to actually hold her and cuddle her and stuff, when she's actually here. I'm looking forward to her being like a best friend as well as my daughter eventually.
Adoptive mum Carol is just as excited as her daughter about having a newborn in the house.
To hold a new life in your arms is just must be absolutely amazing. I think what you've got to look forward to is their firsts are being born, and does she have hair? Is her hair dark? You're getting there, aren't you?
Top of the list for Carol is preparing Rachel for adult life, and mum always knows best.
I really don't think you're ready for your own house just yet, because I've never taught you how to cook. You don't like
You have taught me.
What can you make?
I can make soup and curry and chicken noodle stuff and pastas. And
Noodles don't count.
no, I'm not talking about noodles, I mean actual stir fry stuff.
That's what I'm looking forward to. Spending time with yourself and Amelia in her high chair in my new kitchen, teaching you to cook.
But Rachel and Chris have secretly been looking into getting a home of their own, over 80 miles away.
Let's have a garden.
Let's have a garden.
Right. Our plan is to move back to Eyemouth, or, well, just the borders in general.
Yeah.
Preferably before the baby's born, yeah. I've been offered a job, my old place of work.
My mother just haven't exactly spoken that over with mum yet. She's not aware of this yet.
In Kent, there's romance in the air. Letty and Lee are preparing for their first date in nearly 2 years.
I have to get ready in here. Otherwise, like, if I'm doing makeup and stuff, so otherwise they grab my makeup and they, like, start smearing it everywhere, and, like, they snap my eyeliner. I'm wearing sort of a long black top. I've got a good bra sorted. And some nice knickers. Because you never know. I don't know what it's like for other people, but I don't know, in a way I kind of lost my identity a bit, I think. Like, through becoming a mum, because I don't really bother. I'm more focused on them rather than myself.
Look there, Mummy.
Like, what are you doing in here?
I'm watching you.
What do you think? Thanks, you're just saying that.
No, I'm not just saying that. You look really nice.
Thanks.
Nice day. This is the second time we've used a babysitter ever. The first time we only went to the pub down the road, so we knew that if anything happened, we could literally be back in 5 minutes just by walking.
If tonight goes well, you never know. We could maybe go out like once a month or something. So. I know that's not a big deal to most people, but...
The babysitter arrived half an hour ago, but Letty's not ready to leave.
I'm just really worried about them playing you up. I don't want you to be like, they're absolute nightmares. She seems happy though, so that relaxes me. Bye, Zach. No!
Finally out the door, Lee has booked a romantic meal for two.
There's no like high chair here, and there's no, you know, like pram over there, and then there's no sit down. I feel young.
They might be child-free tonight, but the three little ones are still foremost on Letty's mind.
She doesn't reply. No, she's busy. I'm sure everything will be fine.
Yeah. You think if we didn't have the three of them, this wouldn't be as special as it is?
No. Thank you. Wow. Yeah, everything is fine. All asleep and have been fed. Elsie's had a full bottle and boys have had what you said to give them. I'm so impressed. Pre-children, this is like sort of what we were like, really. Just not caring about anything and just enjoying each other, I suppose. You're having a good time. How relaxed do you feel?
Really? Right.
With Lee in the right mood, Letty gently broaches the tricky subject of baby number 4.
In like 2 years' time, they're both going to be at school, and Elsie will be, I suppose, discovering her independence. And then if we bring another one into that, then everything will just stop.
I've never said no, but
You
I'll
just
wait
said
and see.
after the wedding.
It's a possibility.
We could always do this though, once number 4's older.
With baby number 4, it's just about wearing me down to the idea. If the prices of the alcohol was a lot cheaper here, then I think maybe we would be conceiving number 4 tonight.
I want to go into town.
Very successful evening, yeah. One of us is a bit more hammered than the other one. Someone's wobbling a bit more.
Yeah, that'd be you right now, wouldn't it? We're going to go for more drinks, and then we're going to go home.
Yeah.
Next morning, and for Letty and Lee, it's back to reality.
Oh, Henry, please don't do that. I didn't want to get out of bed this morning. I pulled the duvet over my head and I wasn't getting out.
It went really, really well last night. I couldn't think it would go any better. We now know that we can have a babysitter, and it does give us the freedom of being able to choose when we want to go out.
Go and find Daddy, please.
No.
Do I have to pick you up?
No.
Now they've made the step to take time out for themselves, Letty can start to think about her own future.
In 5 years' time, I see myself married, with a house, or maybe another baby, who knows. Or if not having another baby, then hopefully at college or university getting qualifications. I don't regret any choices I made when it comes to them and being a young mum or anything at all. I regret choices I made in the past, but I'm on the right path now and every choice has been a positive choice.
In Motherwell, 17-year-old Rachel is about to take her Scottish Higher Geography exam, 6 months pregnant. Boyfriend Chris is driving her to school.
I don't want to do it.
That's probably because you didn't actually revise that much, to be fair.
Yeah.
Just try your best.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Rachel's mum Carol wants to be close by to support her daughter through the pregnancy and when the baby's born. But she's discovered that the young couple might have different plans.
Yesterday, as I was collecting laundry, I found a compliment slip for Borders Housing Association. So I sent a text through to Rachel about 8 o'clock last night.
Chris is from the Borders area, and the letter aroused Carol's suspicions.
Are you planning on moving to Eyemouth after the summer or going back to school? Just the feeling I've got. That's the text Carol sent to Rachel.
About 2 hours later, both Rachel and Chris came into the room.
Me and Rachel kind of spent about an hour talking ourselves up to get the courage to go in and tell her what our plan was.
I said to Chris that you're very quiet, what's happening? And he said I wanted it to come from Rachel because I didn't want you to think it was my idea. And I said, do you really think I'm that stupid?
It went well. She didn't say much, but I think it went well.
Right, pal.
You want it?
Yeah, you got a minute? I'll have a receipt, pal. I can understand you want to get back to a beautiful part of the country. I can understand you wanting to be with your mum. I totally get that, sweetheart. I'm asking you to respect Rachel's education. Her hormones are raging at this point. She's confused, she'll start to get scared, and adding you wanting to move down is not going to help Rachel.
Rachel said to me, would you like to go to the Borders?
There's no jobs there, sweetheart. And
I've been offered a job till November.
Yeah.
It's always easy to get a job when you're in a job.
Where's Rachel going to give birth?
Borders.
Has she met the midwife?
No.
Has she been to the hospital?
No.
That's my only concerns.
I only met you 3 times before. I got your daughter pregnant before I moved in. And now 3-4 months down the line, and it feels like I'm taking your daughter away, 80 odd miles away. So I do kind of understand where you're coming from.
If Rachel wants to go, then go. But I would prefer you didn't. I'd prefer that you give Rachel and Amelia the first year with the support of her mum. Can you understand where I'm coming from?
I do indeed, yeah.
I don't want this conversation said to Rachel.
No.
Because she's in the middle of her exams. I'll see you when you get back then.
Will do.
Okay. Take care.
Bye.
Well, I've never given birth, but imagine it's a very traumatic thing to go through. I'm scared for my daughter if she's not here, that I can't get to her quick enough when she needs me.
In Grimsby, Tiffany's baby is now 7 days overdue.
Today I went for my membrane sweep, and after about an hour or 2 I started feeling twinges in my belly, and so yeah, it's just after midnight now, and yeah, my contractions are 7-ish minutes apart. And yeah, we phoned the hospital and they said, come in when your contractions are 3 minutes apart. Not only is it he's going to be born, but I'm going to change from, I don't know, a girlfriend and a daughter into a mother, and Jamie's going to change from a boyfriend and a son into a father. And I know that's a lot of pressure. I don't feel prepared, but I know I am. I don't feel it. I'm getting a contraction, so I just start my timer, and then I just wait for it to go away, basically.
Nah, I reckon it'll be Tuesday.
What? No way! You are aware it's Friday now?
Yeah, it could be false labour.
This isn't false labour. Do you think it's possible for a human being to explode? Because I literally feel like I'm going to. Oh, I think I might be getting on. Yeah.
Sniffly minute one.
With contractions finally close enough together, they decide to go to the hospital. Coming up, Tiffany's labour is anything but smooth.
Baby's cord was around his neck when he came out. Oh, it was awful seeing her writhing around in agony, and there was nothing I could do.
And it's decision time for Rachel.
So this move, they're sort of the happiest about it.
It's our life, so whatever we decide to do with it, they have to have it.
In Grimsby, Tiffany's labour hasn't gone smoothly. Sent home from hospital when contractions eased, she was then rushed back in 2 days later, and things took a dangerous turn.
Tiff started labour pains on Thursday. It's now Sunday morning, early morning, and there were complications. The baby's cord was around his neck when he came out. She had an epidural, which didn't work. Baby was in distress. And Tiff was in so much pain, nothing worked. Oh, it was awful seeing her writhing around in agony, and there was nothing I could do.
But after an epic 36 hours, baby Tyler was born healthy and weighing 7 pounds.
It's all good now, he's fine. Jamie cut the cord, so he was really pleased about that. But Tiff's just lying there, she's just so exhausted. Bless her. Yeah, I think they're both over the moon. They are really exhausted, but they are really, really happy. Glad he's finally here after 3 days of contractions and labour, and so painful. I've had about 4 or 5 hours sleep in the last 3.5 days, and I'm shattered. Everyone always warns you about the birth, but it's the bit before the birth that really takes it out of you. That was just the hardest thing I've ever had to do. And now he's here. After all that waiting, what, 9 days overdue? 9 days. I can see bits and pieces of everyone. Like, he's got my ears, my dad's nose, Jamie's eyes. I can't wait to get this little monkey home. Everybody's already screaming the place down. You better start behaving then, because the last 3 days, bloody Nora.
With Rachel's exams now over, and the offer of a temporary job for Chris in his hometown, it's time for the couple to make a life-changing decision.
So this move, what's good about it?
We get our own space.
You get your own space, yeah.
You'll get to be close to your family again.
It is, yeah, but it's also a downside for you.
No.
Any bad things about it?
Just, like, your parents take now?
Your parents aren't the happiest about it.
Because I'm only 17, Mum wants me to be at home, and she still sees me as a little girl, so she doesn't want to go yet. So I think we should go then.
So we're going for it?
I think we should go for it, yeah.
Yeah.
It's taking a while to get to this decision, I think. It's going to be a scary move, I think, moving away, because I've never been that far away from my parents, but
yeah.
We've seen it, it's exciting. It's our decision, and it's our life, so whatever we decide to do with it, they have to live with it, and it's their choice to support us or not.
Yeah. Well, at least we won't have your dad banging on the ceiling next time we get jiggy in bed.
That's true.
Baby-faced parents Tiffany and Jamie have finally got their little boy Tyler home after a very tough labour.
After spending 3 days in agonising pain and then coming back here and with a baby, it was surreal.
First night he was here, it was a bit of a pain, screaming all the time, but he got used to it, didn't he? It's just a magical feeling.
It was totally worth it. Before I only had myself really to look after and Jamie. Now he's here, it's like I'm responsible for him and I want to do everything to make his life the best I can, I guess.
Jamie's taken 2 weeks off work to lend a well-needed helping hand.
Changing out the dated diapers, yeah, it's not too bad.
And he does everything for me. He brings me tea all the time and I hardly have to get up. I'm already thinking, like, what's Tyler going to turn into? Like, what's he going to do for a job? And what kind of person is he going to become? And
when we're having our next kid.
No.
Next time on Baby-Faced Mums.
What do we wait here? Just like come out into there just a little bit.
Not the typical weekend for a 19-year-old. And the realities of labour hit home for this young mum-to-be.
I feel like I need drugs.
From young couples starting the journey to parenthood to couples on a journey of hardship. Benefits Britain, Life on the Dole is next on 5 Star.